Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Oh, how have you all been? It seems like ages since we last flew. Yeah, so this week, not too many streams this week, sadly, just because it is the school holidays, so obviously my attention is required elsewhere. But I have really missed this, so great to have you on board with us tonight for our flight up to a pre-release version of the upcoming Orbx scenery, and that is Oslo. Now, funnily enough, our last flight actually was from Oslo. That was on Friday when we did our special request flight, thanks Dark Fury, where we kind of smashed it in and fell off the runway, didn't we, in the Faroe Isles. That was if you haven't seen that, go back and watch it because it's quite entertaining. I would never ever have attempted that landing in the nice orange Easyjet livery. So Ace Airstream, yeah, maintenance not required on my aircraft, absolutely. We've left that just blocking a runway somewhere up in the Faroe Islands. Nothing to do with me, that one. Great to have you all in chat. Anyway, hey guys, so Elk Chocolate, good to see you. Carl B, Brian, Global, Talia, Edmund, Brian Dyers, good to see you, Brian. Yeah, Lituna, J-Hog, Lazarus, Ace, of course, LA Kings 143. Hi mate, good to have you in today. Hey Daniel, Dark Fury's here as well. Yeah, yeah, suffered just a little bit of backache, Dark, after that little crash in Vega. Do you know what? I'm going to throw HD under a bus here. So not long after that, HD also attempted a similar landing. Now, fair to say, he did do better than me, but he did confess that, yeah, he damaged the aircraft. So I felt very vindicated after that. So it was good fun, wasn't it? Yeah, if I had been doing a real ops flight, we wouldn't have landed. It would have been go around number 2. Hello Scotland. Oh, great to see you guys here though. Dark Fury, a new channel phrase. Oh no. Hey King Flyer, Haslager, Dennis as well. Gym Trainer Online. Hello. Oh, right. So, yeah, Ace, that's exactly right. We had tea and biscuits with each other and massaged our own egos. And on Twitch, of course, Maverick, Mr. Pooch. Hello. Good evening. Okay, so operational flight plan is pinned in the chat as always if you are watching on YouTube. And as I say, welcome to our Twitch viewers as well. Right, should we get into our flight deck then, and we'll get going. So as I say, we are here in what looks like a very foggy Copenhagen state. We've got so much VATSIM online tonight. If we get going quickly, who knows, we may end up with wall-to-wall ETC coverage, which is just what you want for a VLOps flight. Keep it as realistic as possible. Hey Sean Duff, good evening mate. So we'll get into the flight deck, check some things out, and we'll start going. I think our actual scheduled off-block time is in about 45 minutes. Now, if we can beat that, it's always a pleasure if we can, because it means we can just get out of here a little bit quicker. Always good fun. So aircraft is in its turnaround state as always. So let's just do the flows. Got to remember these. It's been nearly a week. So we've got the nav logo lights there on. The acupressure is in the green. Flaps are up, spoilers retracted, and the parking brake is on. So very well checking it there. Let me just check the actual physical hardware from my Thrustmaster TCA pack. Yeah, that all looks fine. Yeah, so we don't need to start getting passengers on board just yet. They've got quite a while to go just before we get them on. We'll keep that APU off as long as possible, which actually is quite true to life here in Copenhagen. They're a bit fussy about you getting that APU on early. So we'll leave that off. Anyway, let's see if we've got some VATSIM ATC ATIS. We do. Appears we've got 2. Wow. ATIS 1 and ATIS. Well, ATIS Alpha and ATIS Delta. Let's go 12275 then. See if this is the one that we need for departure. Oh, of course, Alpha and Delta. Duh. Arrivals, departures. Right, departures we want 12285. That was a brain fart moment, wasn't it?
1-1. Make sure you have updated your database. If using error 2210 or earlier, advise controller at first contact.
Oh, this sounds complicated.
Copenhagen departure information Golf.
What on earth was that all about? You don't get that in real life.
This is Copenhagen departure information Golf at 1920. Runway in use for takeoff 22 right. Wind 170 degrees, 6 knots. Visibility 200 meters. Runway 22 left RVR 1000. Runway 04 left RVR 1000. Runway 12 RVR 1100 going down. Fog. Clouds vertical visibility 100 feet. Temperature +3. Dew point +3. QNH 1023. At first contact with apron control, advise if unable to perform customized pushback. New ESID in effect with error 2211. Make sure you have updated your database. If using error 2210 or earlier, advise controller at first contact. This was Copenhagen departure information Golf.
Well, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? Right, we do have the latest ERIC database in there. This is valid for another, 10 days, 8 days or so. So, yeah, that's all well and good. Not often you hear that on the ATIS though. Make sure you've updated everything. Clearly some new procedures are in place here in Copenhagen. Let's hopefully they won't trip us up. So yeah, as you heard there as well, it's a little bit foggy, which is why the winds are nice and light. 170 at 6 and that vertical visibility of 100. Now, to me that would suggest that LVPs are in place. So have we got anything with regards to LVPs and when they come into place? What does the weather have to be for that to take effect? Noise abatement. Okay, nothing of that. Nothing there. De-ice. Speed restrictions. Noise abatement. Airport. Minimums. Well, actually worth just looking down here. So runway 22. Actually, this is them for all of them. So low visibility. Take off. Yes, so runway visual range was 1,000, wasn't it? So it's absolutely fine for us. Couldn't see anything with regards to LVPs or anything like that in the charts or when they actually come into place. I would imagine that you would probably get that in real life on the ATIS. It's not said anything about it. Just going back to the APU, there you go. 5 minutes after on block, or 5 minutes before the target. So that's what I was saying a little bit earlier there. They don't like that APU being used for a long time. Alright, well in that case, because visibility is down to 1,000 meters, then that's probably going to throw us into LVP. We've got fog and everything. In fact, actually, if you just look outside, I can't even see the terminal building over here, so that's bad enough. So we'll say LVPs are in place. Okay, well now we've got that, let's go through, continue the setup. So 1023 is our QNH information Golf, that's fine. Switching panel, thrust levers, engine master mode selector up to the FCU. QNH is 1023, pop constraints on. Initial climb should be flight level 70, so we'll get that set. Just to check as well on the overhead panel, APU and the packs are off, pumps are off as well, seatbelt signs are off for the moment. And let's look through our operational flight plan. Hey Pallet, thank you for following on Twitch, good evening to you. So, because the weather is so poor here as well, we've got a takeoff alternate of Hamburg, which isn't too many miles away, is it? C. Denton, hey mate, good morning to you. Shear rate is fine. We've got, oh look at that, we've got really light payload today. It's only 8.5 tons, not many passengers going up to Oslo on our flight today. Very low zero fuel weight then of course. Cost index of 4, long name, what a great name. Thanks for the follow, and Antigram, thank you for following as well. Good to see you on Twitch. That's all done. Underloaded of course, yeah, we're going to be with that. So here's the route, 22 right, Veda 2 Charlie, expected, then limit for Mike at the other end, expecting, well the flight plan's got us on runway 19 right. I suspect if ATC are online they're going to throw us on 19 left, so what we'll do is during the cruise I think we're going to set up and perhaps look at briefing both approaches. We've got 4.5 tons plug fuel. Let's see then. we don't have any terrain to worry about for our flight today. Everything's nice and low down. What's happening then with regards to the... Oh, flipping heck, look at that. So the weather at Oslo. Guys, it's going to be an auto land. That is really, really very poor visibility. So yeah, auto lands, low visibility is in place, so we're going to load extra fuel for that because things slow down when that kicks in at airports. The alternate, however, I forget where that is, the NTO, we don't fly there, so that is above Cat 1 minimums, which is perfect as use for an alternate. Elaine, hello, how is France this evening? So that's all well and good. Let's go to the weather page then. Yeah, so that's this brief was actually created a few hours ago, so let's perhaps just look at the forecast a little bit more. So Hamburg is even dropping down to 4 kilometers, becoming foggy, broken 400. That's the destination airport. Here is, so we've got probability of, what's the date today? It's the 15th, isn't it? And yeah, this is exactly what's happening. So that a probability of 40%, 500 meters, fog, drizzle, vertical visibility of 200, and yeah, not much better than that. So there's our flight route. No other weather actually to speak of, so that's all right. There's our vertical profile, or rather our horizontal profile. The let's just have a look what the weather is actually doing then right now before we depart. So let's grab what we got. So winds light and variable, that's bad. That means that helps the fog. So runway 19 we've got 19 right, 1 kilometer, 01 right, 600, 19 left, 700, 01. Fog is and a vertical visibility of 200. Yeah, so the forecast looks to have come true. QNH 1015 with no significant changes. Either way, that's going to be LVPs in place. Okay, well, fun. It's alright, means I don't have to land. We just have to monitor things very carefully. So what we're going to take fuel-wise then? We're not taking plug fuel, that's for sure. So we've got LVPs in place, lots of hanging around, everything's going a lot slower than normal. Let's well, do you know what? We're very light, aren't we? We're very light. We've not got a lot of people on our aircraft today, so we can afford to take loads of extra fuel. Let's take an extra 1.5 tons of fuel then. So that's if we took let's take 6 tons. Yeah. So if we take 6 tons of fuel, that's got us covered for extra holding, both in the air and on the ground, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's all well and good. Let's go to our page and we'll get that sorted. Oh, it's this page, isn't it? No, it isn't. It's this page here. So we'll tell the crew that we want all this extra fuel. There we are. Yeah, there you go. 91 passengers. That's all we've got today. Bit rubbish. Hey, Relic. Long story at the moment. You're back on the Phoenix. Dennis, when the winds are variable, what do you put in the box when you plan the arrival? A headwind. Yeah. So your runway and a headwind, perfect, direct on the nose headwind. Whatever the knottage is reported as. Knottage, is that a word? Right, should we set up the box then? Then we'll start getting passengers on board in a little bit. So let's go through. We've already said air cycle's fine. That's the right engines, etc. Aircraft status, not the aircraft status. Sorry, IRS. We've got 3 nav green. That's cool. Let's pop in the ACARS request. Let's turn this up. Copenhagen actually doing CPDLC? They're not tonight. Oh, they're not tonight because there's some mentoring going on Tower. Oh, fantastic. Well, in that case, I'm glad I came. I always like to be able to add a bit of traffic when VATSIM controllers are mentoring guys. So, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Not a real-world flight route, this one. Easyjet stopped flying to Oslo. I don't know if they're going to resume in the future, but there you go. So, cost index of 4, temperature is +3, and where is my original flight plan? I couldn't get my little box to work to get it up on my tablet tonight, for some reason. Anyway, I have to have a play with that another time. What are we doing? What am I looking at? Tropo 34987. That's not far off, is it? Just update that a little bit. Grab the wins. Hope you've all had a good weekend and are well on into this week. Has everyone got school holidays this week, or are all parents out there pulling their hair out, praying for the school to return? Right, that's done. IRS in it. Have we got coordinates on here? Yeah, so 5537 30.18 north, 5537 5 north, and what we got south? 1239.27. 1239.2 east. Yeah, that's cool. And cruising today, flight level 380. It's not a long flight, it's only an hour. What's the temperature? It is -61. There we are. Alright, so we're expecting departure runway 22 right, as usual here in Copenhagen, and Vida to Charlie. There we go. And then we'll fill it out as is on the flight plan, which is the ILS runway 19 right. That's coming in via the Lunip for Mike. There we are. And what's the VIA for that? Hey Marcel, hey Captain HMW, great to have you on board. I think the VIA is Titlar. Let me double check that. Yes, Titlar. That'll be either for. I might as well add these here while I'm there. That'll be either for runway 19 left or right. So left would make sense. So we'll just pin them both. Yeah. So either way, comes in via Titlar. And insert. Okay, so distance of 362, 1 mile in it. That's good enough for me. Tuta, hi, asks on YouTube, could I make a full flight tutorial of exactly how to fly this plane? Would love to follow it. Right, well, you're in luck then, Tuta. If you search the channel, there's a playlist which breaks down every single section of the flight. It takes you on a full flight from London Gatwick, I think, to Prague. It's an intense set of tutorial videos, so make sure you got a good few hours to do all the flight, follow all the information through. We take it quite slow as well, so you can learn as you go, but yeah, follow that through and you'll be flying in no time. Yeah, so that's fine. Just check the gross error check, make sure, yep, we're going in the right direction, we're going north, and there's the arrival. Fantastic. Radnav pays, there aren't many nav aids here. Castrop is the main one, so just hard tune that. That's fine. Now, because the weather is absolutely pants, what is the frequency of our departure runway? 22 right. It is 110.9. 110.9. Now that's quite important, and I only usually do that when the weather is as rubbish as this, and that's because what we'll do is we'll turn on the landing system. Yeah, there it is, because there we can see when we get lined up on the runway, we want this to be in the center. That because if we see that it's offset somewhere, then we're not on the right runway. We've somehow taxied to the wrong runway. That would obviously be bad. So when the weather's as rubbish as this, you can't actually see things. It's just another little safety backup that we can use. I might as well leave it on now that I've got it on. I think I want to say it was a disaster over in of a Singapore Airlines aircraft, that if they had looked down and seen this, they would have realised they were on the wrong runway. They were on a runway that was closed, I think. They took off and sadly smashed into a load of construction equipment. So yeah, always worth a gander when the weather's rubbish. Tutor, thank you so much for your kind €2 super chat. Do check that out, and of course, any questions then come back to us. Right. Zorro Gaming, hi mate on Twitch. Great that we're departing from Copenhagen. Unfortunately, there's a booking on tower. Yeah, I think there's some mentoring going on, so I'm really happy to be adding to the traffic problems. Right, that's done. Yeah, so that's the RadNav page done. And in it B, have we got our load sheet? Let me see if that has come through yet. AOC menu, receive messages. It has, preliminary load sheet. So, I'll tell you what, just before we start popping all this in, let's get boarding started, because I think we might just be able to push back a little bit early. So, we'll tell GSX to start boarding. Let's request that. Hey, Mona Lima, good to see you. Right, crew's already on board, we just need to load passengers. Yeah, we go. Cargo doors open. In fact, we have a quick look out there. Should be able to see. Oh, a twin Easyjet. Not often you see that. Whilst I remember, let me just dim those cabin lights. There we go. Okay, so what we got? Zero fuel at 52.6 and zero fuel at CFG is estimated to be 29.4.
Passengers bus is coming.
Fuel for the alternate is, let's call that let's call it a ton. That's quite conservative, but yeah, we'll call that a ton. And we'll see what the planning is. Right, cabin crew are on. Come on, let's get the boarding started. Cabin crew refueling is underway and the bags are starting to get loaded, so let's open the doors and allow our passengers on board. Thank you.
No problem.
And takeoff CFG will be 28.3. Aircraft says 4.8 tons. We're going to be taking 6 tons, which gives us a takeoff weight of 58.4. So nice and light. Right, let's go and do the performance calculations. AACE, how widespread is the use of RARs to check runways in the RARs? So, yeah, doesn't check the runways in use, obviously, but it does tell you where you are. It's obviously an optional extra, so I would imagine that the richer airlines, can we call them that, will be the ones that have it compared to everybody else. That and perhaps newer aircraft. Captain 79, good evening. Right, let's go and do our performance calculations for the departure. Passengers are getting on now. I can hear them all roundy. Zorro, if there isn't anyone about to land, you can expect holding Echo 1 or 22 right. Thank you, mate. So, it's runway 22 right. It is dry. It's not raining or anything, so yeah, it's dry. So, we'll go flaps 1. Anti-ice is on, pack's a little bit off, and our takeoff weight was 58.4, CFG 28.3. Grab the live weather, and intersection departure data for this. We will be conservative if we've got Alpha 2 in there. We expect Echo 1, as we've just been told. We'll expect Echo 1, but if we plan it from Alpha 2, then it means we're giving ourselves a bit more runway to play with. So, is Alpha 2 in there? Yes, it is. That's 3,500 feet, and we would need to check. That's right, for 22. Right, where are you? Alpha 2, yeah, 3,500 meters. Perfect. Hey, are the videos done on the VATSIM network? No, they are not, just because we're doing everything quite slowly, so we're not live on VATSIM as we do that tutorial series. So there you go. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 135, 135. Flaps 1. And a flex of 68. Not surprising, it's a nice long runway, so high flex. Okay, now we can check out these thrust reduction acceleration figures, engine out acceleration figures. For that, we will use SimSmart, which is an A320 Neo performance takeoff calculator. So, not bothered about any of the V speeds or anything there that it gives us. All we need to do is select the correct runway. We can pop absolutely anything in these fields because this doesn't matter. This works for the fly-by-wire A320 Neo, so that's when that would matter. But all we're interested in is these figures here. So thrust reduction acceleration 1014, yep, that's fine. And the engine out procedure. So standard 1600 feet, a left turn to the CDA, VOR, and hold. Alright, so we're going to fill out the secondary flight plan with that. Captain 79. Wonder how many people say that this evening. Yeah, watch out for the spy balloons. It's crazy the world we live in at the moment, isn't it? Swedish controller, mate. Thank you for the follow. How you doing? Not been to Sweden for a while. I'll have to come pay you a visit. Right, secondary flight plan. Copy the active. So, what do we need to do? Ian, mate, thank you so much for the bits. Says you're loving the loving the flight simulator. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate that. Right, okie dokie. Let's fill out the engine out SID. We'll pop that in just here. We have to create this ourselves. So it's standard, which means we can fly straight out on our runway heading, which is 217. So Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel, runway 22 right. Runway 1, I've forgotten what it was now. What is it? 217. 217. So that's the bearing, and then a distance of 15 miles. Let's pop that there. Store that. We go to the secondary flight plan, and now we can pop that waypoint in. EO SID. Then from there, we're going to make a left-hand turn to CDA. Enter the hold. The inbound course is 032, and that is right turns. Obviously then, if we have lost an engine, we're going to be coming back in here. We can do that. You can auto-land with just one engine, because auto-land would be required here as well. So it's worth putting this back in for now. So, come back into Copenhagen. That would be 22 right, of course. No start. No veer. Right, see what this looks like on the map. Yeah, there we go. So straight out, then left turn, and enter the hold at the CDA VOR. Also worth then on the RadNav page, just popping in the CDA VOR on there. Then we've got both of those. Switch those on. That's done. Timbo Dice, mate, thank you so much for the Prime Scope for 3 months, and currently on 113. That is really appreciated. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Right, job done. Box is set up. We'll best have a word with air traffic control then now, hadn't we? Right, have we got ground or we just got tower? Just got tower, 1181. We'll give them a call. before I do that, I'm just going to see if the 80s has changed at all. So we're now on Information Hotel. And what we got? QNH 1022. So that's just dropped ever so slightly. We've done our takeoff performance for 1022 anyway, so that's fine.
800 requesting IFR clearance to Oslo, please.
I recognise that voice, that's Dark Fury.
Last call signs again, only call sign.
Scandinavian 231.
Scandinavian 231.
Scandinavian 231, you're cleared to Gardermoen via the Vida to Charles departure runway 22 right. Initial climb flight level 70, squawk 5011.
Cleared to Oslo by the Vida to Charlie departure at runway 22 right. Initial climb flight level 70 and squawking 5011 for Scandinavian 231.
Read back correct.
Tower, good evening, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, stand Foxtrot 4, Type A320, requesting IFR clearance this final to Oslo, and we have Information Hotel.
Alpine 34, standby. What was the other call sign calling?
Scandinavian 53, Papa holding short Alpha 1.
Thank you very much. Scandinavian 53, Papa runway 22 right. After departure, contact approach 119.8, winds 1703, 7 knots, cleared for takeoff.
Overhead locker, wheels first.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 22 right, after departure over to approach 119.8, Scandinavian 53, Papa
and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your baggage, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure,
I'll be this guy just here then.
keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers
EC29,
your seatbelt.
correction, EC29, X-ray Quebec,
This is
push and
a
start
no-smoking
approved,
zone.
face west,
Thank you.
pushback point, whiskey 3.
Thank you. Pushback 3, face west for Whiskey 3, easy 29, X Quebec.
QNH 1022.
1022 now, easy 129, X Quebec.
So we'll just give him a
Tower
time
Easy 15
for him
Foxtrot November,
to give us our clearance.
Didn't give permission to cross one-way 30. I'm at Delta 1 holding.
My mistake, EC 15 Foxtrot November, cross 193, so.
Thank you very much. Crossing one-way 30, Easy 15 Foxtrot November.
And EC 15 Foxtrot November, continue taxi all the way to holding point Echo 1 runway 22 right.
Yep, continue taxi to Echo 1422 right. 15 Foxtrot November.
Just waiting for him. I don't want to pressure him. The guy's obviously doing some training. So, oh, here we go.
Alpha Mike, you were requesting an IFR clearance, right?
IFR clearance to Oslo, please, and we have Information Hotel. Stand Foxtrot 4.
Stand Foxtrot 4, copy. You're cleared to Gardermoen via the Beta to Charlie departure runway 22 right. Initial climb flight level 70, squawk 5267.
Cleared runway 22 right via the VDOT to Charlie departure. Initial climb flight level 70 and the squawk 5267 for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Read that correct.
Right, we'll come off frequency for the time being. Squawking 5267. We've got the right departure already in. 7,000. Box is set. Okay, let's get that APU started. We probably are going to be pushing back on time, actually. Tuta, is there a reasonable reason why you get the to get the Fenix A320 over the fly-by-wire? Mainly because everything works, not just most of it. So if you're wanting to do, you know, very realistic things, then the Fenix allows you to do that. Ian, thank you so much for the follow as well on Twitch. Okay, so yeah, everyone's on, aren't they? Everyone's on. Fuel's loaded and things. So let's. I'll just wait for the APU to start, then we'll tidy up the overhead. do it all in one go. Keep the flows the same. So flaps open. Tell you what, let's get those off. Seatbelt signs can come on. APU is now available. Just give that a minute. Captain HW celebrating the 3 stripes. Yeah, mate. Thanks so much for your continued support of the channel. Yeah, promotion. So we'll let the APU run for a minute, then we'll get the bleed on, let that run for a minute, get the packs on, and then we're pretty good to go. So just whilst we're waiting for that, we'll welcome everybody on board.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck this morning, let me welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft as you settle in for what we hope is going to be a most enjoyable flight. The weather today doesn't look to be posing much of a problem, so we should have a nice smooth ride for you throughout the duration of the flight. And as the cabin crew continue making their last preparations, if you could please assist them by getting yourselves sat down, your seatbelts fastened, and make yourselves nice and comfortable. The ground crew have now finished loading the aircraft, and we're just about finished with all our pre-flight checks, so it won't be long until we are pushed back. If you could please give the cabin crew your full attention as they go through the safety briefing, we'd very much appreciate it. So on behalf of myself and the First Officer, we'd like to say thank you for choosing Easyjet today, and we look forward to give you a safe flight.
Just noticed on the conditions page there, the doors have been. This is one of the things that is great about the Fenix. For instance, like the cockpit door's been shut. We're lovely and warm in here. We've not had any APU bleed air blowing warm air in. The doors have been open while they've been loading the passengers. It's bloody freezing in there, 17 degrees. So get it warmed up. They'll be cursing us. I'll not be happy, the passengers. Unless they've come dressed with like loads and loads of layers on. 22, fly to Romney Emma using... we've done that. We do that every Christmas time. So you can go and check that out as well. Yeah, everything looks fine. So, are the cockpit preparation checklist? Aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 6,000 kilograms. Balance seatbelt signs around it is 3 green. The barrel ref QNH is 1022. Let's get the packs on then. Ground services page. And get rid of those. Lovely. Alright, let's do the departure brief. So, we spoke about the weather, we've seen it all here anyway, but weather, we've got light winds 170 at 6, visibility is around 2 kilometers, vertical visibility however is around 100 feet only, so LVPs are in place, so we're going to take the taxi nice and steady. Because of that, of course, any checklists, things like that we're going to do whilst we are stationary and not whilst we're moving. So slow and steady for stuff like that. Aircraft is A320, full serviceable with the exception of the weather radar. No NOTAMs that are going to bother us in the sim today. And threats to be aware of. Nothing really here at Copenhagen. Little bit of, not a maze, but quite easy just on some of these taxiways here to kind of lose your way a little bit. So we need to pay special attention around here. We're pushing back from Fox 4. So special attention to be paid around here so we know where we're going, where we are crossing, so we don't take the wrong one, particularly in the weather today. So that the biggest threat really, yeah, the taxiways and the visibility as we go. And then once we've got going, we'll and found our way, probably most likely on Bravo, then we'll be fine. But yeah, let's just pay slow attention to them, read the signs so we don't get lost. We will be presumably doing a full length departure date, probably via Echo 1. Because of the visibility, we'll get both engines started, so we won't be doing single engine taxi. Noise abatement 2 for departure, initial climb flight level 70, and the first turn will be out to the right after passing Rubat, the overflight waypoint. No speed restrictions. MSA is 1,700, and then to the north 2,100 before we're off on our way to Vida. The emergency brief then, so standard Airbus emergency brief and the engine out procedures, as you've seen filled in the second flight plan, are standard. And then once we're past 1,600 feet, we've secured that engine, we make a left-hand turn to the CDA VOR, where we'll enter the hole and decide what it is we're going. I think that is that's about done. Final thing to do, just confirm those V speeds. I'll do this with you guys. So V1's 123, VR 135, V2 135, and clean is 202. That's all well done, good and confirmed. Our final load sheet has come through. AOC, receive messages, final load sheet, and check these off. So zero fuel weight is 52.6, takeoff weight is 58.4, we planned for 58.4, got 91 passengers, 1 infant, accept that, and the final CFG then is 28.3, fantastic. So everything is exactly as we planned for, no LMCs, takeoff performance is valid. Right, let's get the ground crew into position.
Cabin crew, we're all ready to go since we've armed the doors and cross-checked. Thank you.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Very good. Right, let's contact the tower, let them know we're ready.
Ready to VFR.
EFR circuits.
Tower Alpine 34 Alpha, Mike stand Foxtrot 4 is ready for push and start.
Till at touch and go on pane towards you lift. Og fortsæt derefter til EFR.
Transition go pane towards lift, og derefter fortsæt EFR også. Færdig enkelt til Romeo Mike.
And Tower Alpine 34 Alpha Mike stand Foxtrot 4 ready for push and start.
Last call sign taken.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Locking gear.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, push and start approved, face west on whiskey.
Push and start approved, face west on whiskey for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Scandinavian 231 requesting push and start, please.
Beacon lights on, transponder, acupressure's good. Let's.
I'm sorry, last call sign taken.
Tell them we're ready to go.
Scandinavian 231 requesting push and start.
Before start, checklist, parking brake is on, takeoff data's confirmed, windows closed, EFP phone is on, silent, flight mode, doors closed and armed, beacon light is on.
Pushback face off
Releasing
on
parking
Romeo,
brake.
Romeo 2, Scandinavian 231.
All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Okay. Right, so there we go, nose wheel steering is disconnected, engine mode selected to ignition, and starting engine 1.
Scandinavian 783, requesting taxi. Scandinavian 783, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 via taxiway Mike, Zulu Alpha cross runway 30. Taxi to holding point Alpha 1 via Mike, Zulu and Alpha cross runway 30, Scandinavian 783.
I'm just going to have to put my trust in GSX to push us back properly because I can't actually see where he's taking us. That looks like a green taxi line there, so somewhere on there should be good.
Ask for your attention while we take you through the
Anton Green, I'll explain about the LS button being on a little bit later on. I've already done it, but I'll go through it again in a few minutes.
Jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle.
Ryanair 5 Alpha 10, Foxtrot 901, request push and start.
Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest
Runner
exit
5
may be
Alpha,
behind
push and
you.
start approved.
In an emergency,
Face
leave
south
all
on
cabin
Tango,
baggage
pushback
on
point
board.
Tango 1.
Your seatbelt is fastened.
Push
Adjusted.
and start approved,
And
facing
released.
south on Tango,
It must
push
be
and
fastened
point
when the
Tango
seatbelt
1,
signs are
Ryanair
pressed.
5 Alpha.
We recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask
Parking brakes
towards you
set.
to start the oxygen.
Cockpit to ground.
Put the mask over your nose and mouth.
Okay, engine 1's happy, starting engine 2.
Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it
So what do you
over
think
your
then?
head. Pass
I
the
reckon
tapes around your
we'll
waist
get Whiskey Romeo
Click
Bravo,
together.
cross runway 12.
and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant
Unlocking
flight with
gear.
EasyJet.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Engine 2's happy.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
So the engine mode selectors are set to normal, APU bleed and come off, engine anti-ice is on, APU master is off, and then we want to arm the spoilers. Rudder 0, flaps 1, set the trim.
Scandinavian 783 behind the Speedbird A320. Line up runway 22 right behind and wait. Behind the person aircraft, line up runway 3.
Right, the after start checklist. Anti-ice is on engines, ECAM status is checked, pitch trims 28.3%, rudder is neutral. So whilst stationary, let's do the flight control check. Full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, rudder full right, rudder full left, and neutral. Hey Christian, good to see you. Right, so quick pets check, no change to our performance. We are now going to be, we've got in section departure expecting full length, however, and that's runway 22 right, engine anti-ice is on QNH 1022, flex departure, engine out procedure is standard 1600 feet, left turn to the CDA, get ourselves safe up to 3000 feet. Departure is VDAR 2 Charlie, no speed restrictions, straight out and then a right hand turn, initial climb then is 7000.
Read back correct.
Tower Alpine 34 Alpha Mike is ready for taxi.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, taxi to holding point Echo 1 via taxiway Whiskey, Sierra, Victor, Bravo, cross runway 30.
Holding point Echo 1 via Whiskey, Sierra, Victor, Bravo, and free to cross runway 30. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. That sounded like a long route. What are we doing? Whiskey, Sierra, Bravo. Oh, Victor. Yeah, a little bit of Victor there. Whiskey, Sierra, Victor, Bravo. Okay, so there's the route. It's going. It's not too bad. Down there, down there, down there, and across. Oh, blooming heck, I can't see a thing now. Right, parking brakes. Not parking brakes. Maximum brakes. Get the weather radars on. DO config. And the taxi checklist. Flight controls have been checked. Flap settings, config 1, FMA, climb nav blue, 7000 blue, 1FD2, flex 68. Radar and predictive wind shear is on, ECAM memo, takeoff no blue, FD
Scandinavian
is stowed,
783.
and
After
disconnected.
departure, contact approach 119.8. Winds 170 degrees, 7 knots. Runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
After departure, contact 119.8. Thanks for the by 80.
It's like when you put the high beam on and fog in your cars, isn't it? It's not always a good idea. Underground, you think you did what was EasyJet's longest flight? There is one further. They go to Jordan. Yeah, Jordan. And I've forgotten the name of that airport. So yeah, we want first left here onto Whiskey. This is possibly going to be one of the most challenging parts of the flight.
Scandinavian 231, ready for taxi.
Scandinavian 231, taxi holding point Echo 1, runway 22 right, via Romeo, Bravo, cross runway 30.
Daniel, do you ever get bored of flying the A320? No.
Romeo, Bravo,
I think it would be very easy to get bored if you didn't do it
Scandinavian 231.
realistically. But because we're doing it realistically, every single one is different. Okay, so a slight right here on to Victor, then immediately left onto Bravo. There you go, you can see the signage coming in useful. Imagine doing this in the default airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. That'd be awkward. Anton, they also fly to Tel Aviv, which is another nice long flight. DT, do I... yeah, so I'll stay real time. Once we get to Oslo, I might come off VATSIM and quickly just have a look around in the daylight. Alright, so here we go. Crossing runway 30. It's not an active runway, but stick the strobes on. Stick the wing lights on as well. Look at that. You can actually see the strobes flashing over here. Feedback, if you like, from the mist and fog. Right, this should technically be the easy bit, because Bravo is straight here. What we don't want to do, though, is miss Echo 1. Otherwise, we have to turn around. So this is Bravo, Bravo 5 coming up on the left.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, after departure contact approach 119.8, winds 170 degrees, 7 knots, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 22 right, and just confirm departure frequency 119.8, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
That's a firm, 119.8.
Thank you. Right, we've been given a lineup, so I'll get the lights on once I've just concentrated on this turn. There's no one around, so we should be okay. That then, I believe, is the taxiway that goes back. This should be Echo 1. We can see the green light there. Alright, let's get our lights on then.
So, hi again, Oscar, you get to my final for 22 left, low pass, please.
Oscar Romeo Mike, til at low pass, bane 22 left.
So, Echo 1,
No pass approach
22
runway 22
left.
left, scanning to square mic.
Lineup checklist, cabin secure, takeoff runway is runway 22 left via Echo 1, TSTA RA packs 1 and 2 are off. Departure frequency is runway 9.
Mike, du er på vej til IFA igen her. Efter.
Sig igen.
Hvad er dine intentioner efter low pass?
Fortsætte med IFR circuits.
Definitely one of the foggiest I've ever seen. Did I say 2-2 right? 2-2 left, Christian. Cheers, mate. 2-2 right.
1217, stand by 19 request push start. Scan 1217, push and start approach face west.
And just to confirm, the LS push button is on. There we go. Confirmation. We're on the ILS for 2-2 right, so we know we're on the right runway. Okay. Let's go. Take off. Start the chrono.
Oslo Romeo Mike efter low approach. Contact approach på 119,8.
Efter low approach, contact
50%
approach på
M1.
119,8 og scanning to square mic.
Set takeoff thrust.
By the way, IFR kun på engelsk.
Manflex SRS runway.
Absolutely right.
Not too much wind, not that you'd expect with this kind of weather. Checked. V1.
Scandinavian 231.
Rotate.
Line up runway 22 right.
Line up runway 22 right for Scandinavian 231.
Well, that is very, very eerie. Nav. Gear up.
Ryanair 5 Alpha, request taxi. Ryanair 5
Autopilot
Alpha,
1 engaged.
Taxi to holding point Echo 1 via taxiway Whiskey, Romeo.
Departure Alpine 34, Alpha Mike passing 1100 for flight level 70, Vira 2 Charlie.
Alpine 34, Alpha Mike, Copenhagen approach and low identify, proceed direct north pole, climb flight level 190.
Direct North Pole, climb flight level 190, Alpine 34, Alpha Mike.
Eurasia 43, descent 3000, QNH 1023.
QNH 1023, descent 3000,
Direct
Eurasia
North
43.
Pole and climb
43,
flight
my
level
mistakes, it's the QNH 1022.
190. Standard pressure 190 blue.
Eurasia 43.
And we're going open climb. So open climb 190 blue.
Command control is Condor
Pack 2.
23 X-ray flight level 120 inbound Kilo Oscar Romeo with information India.
Condor 23 X-ray Copenhagen approach identified. Very good evening.
Passing your speed.
22 left, proceed direct to Biggie.
Flap 0. Spoilers disarmed.
Okay. Copenhagen approach high again og scanning to Romeo Mike passing through 1500 for 3000 IFR circuits. First Condor 23 X-ray, expect ILS runway 22 left, proceed direct to Biggie.
Direct Biggie and expect ILS runway 22 left, Condor 23 X-ray, thank you.
Thank you. Break, Oscar Yankee Delta Romeo Mike, expect vectors for the ILS runway 22 left.
DT, why don't planes use GNSS for the moving taxi map? Not every aircraft's got them.
Speed 2 pursuit,
350 does, 380 does, I don't know about Boeing. But
actually, Oscar Yankee Delta Romeo Mike, make it a speed 210.
But yeah, not commonly found on the smaller aircraft.
Radio 43, speed 230 knots.
Speed 230 knots, Eurasia 43.
Of course, it also means that our poor passengers don't get to see very much. Is that an aircraft with its lights down there? That'd be quite neat if that is the case. Not seen that before. Was that an aircraft? Aircraft coming in, flying through the fog. You can just see its lights shining. That's amazing. Never seen that before. Great stuff. Right, well, we're through that cloud layer now. So let's get the anti-ice off. Right, acceleration flow.
Romeo Mike confirm touch and go or full stop?
Spoilers, flaps.
Touch and go. Roger.
Gear. Let's get the lights off. So turn all these off now.
Oscar, Delta Romeo Mike, turn left heading 040 degrees.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your
040,
seatbelt
Oscar,
fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Flight 34, Alpha
Coming up on
Mike,
10,000 feet
Unicom
then,
122,
so
have a good night.
airport's on the EFIS. Flight level 380, that's going to be fine for us today. Thought it would be because we're nice and light. Cost index was
Alpha
0.
34, Alpha Mike, Nelson Further, monitor Unicom 122.8, have a good night.
122.8, thanks for the service, Alpha 134 Alpha Mike, good night.
Oscar, Yankee Delta Romeo Mike, just to confirm, QNH 1022. 1022. Eurasia 43, leave a biggie heading 130 degrees.
Lever Becky heading 130
Clear out
degrees,
the red
usual
nav
portage.
page and secondary flight plan.
Condor
Copy
23,
active,
X-ray
that's
descent
done.
flight level 60.
Setting flight level 60, Condor 23 X-ray.
Copenhagen approach, good evening. Scandinavian 231, we're passing through 2000 on the VATSIM 2 Charlie departure. Scandinavian 231, Copenhagen approach, hello, good evening. Identify, proceed direct Northport, climb flight level 190. Direct Northport, climb flight level 170 for Scandinavian 231. Almost, flight level 190. Sorry, my apologies, 190 for Scandinavian 231. No problem.
Keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Right, well, no ATC for us at the moment, so on to 122.8. That was quite a nice, interesting departure, wasn't it? It's not something that we normally get. Fog that bad. So we are going to be going to flight level 380. We've got no ATC, so we can sort that ourselves now. That's happy and available to us. Let's go select 380 as confirmed. 380 blue. There we are. Wonderful. Well, guys, if you haven't enjoyed that departure and enjoyed the stream so far, please don't forget to hit that like button, and of course, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe as well. So thank you to everyone who's hit like so far. I appreciate that. HD, good evening, mate. Hey, you're not allowed to use that word, you're on a mod. But yeah, the Just Sim one you bought the Just Sim one last month. This is from Orbx coming up. And to be fair, do you know, it's going to have to be really good scenery. I've not seen it yet, but it's going to have to be really good scenery because the freeware one available on flightsim.to is amazing. It really is. So this is going to have to be something special to make people want to part with their money for it. How long have you been here, HD? You've just missed an awesome departure. The weather was cack. Definitely LVPs. Very, very steady taxi. Yeah, very, very foggy. Very foggy. Wind back to the start and watch for 30 seconds, and it was... I would go as far as well to say that's probably the foggiest departure we've seen in the sim as well. HD saying he wanted to stream today, but life got in the way. Yeah. Children get in my way, especially during the school holidays. Christian, you thought Aerosoft is doing an Oslo scenery as well. Really? How many people are doing Oslo? That's the thing, isn't it? When lots of different makers all do the same scenery. Which one do you go with? HD, the visibility. It was reported in Meta as visibility was 1,000 meters, that is. Vertical visibility was 100. So, it was fine and above minimums for departure, obviously LVPs, but steady taxi. Christian, you think Aerosoft are doing another mega airport for Oslo, like Brussels? Well, that's another thing, because I don't think anything would come close to Brussels, would it? Brussels was absolutely phenomenal, and we would, we'd all go for that. Now, the only issue I've got, of course, is when trying to do real ops flights and things, well, Easyjet no longer fly to Oslo. Yeah, I'm sure it was 1,000, was it? Oh, it might not have been 1,000. Sorry, it might have been 200. Vertical visibility 1, fog. Broken 200 feet. Yeah, there you go. That's the weather. As was. Right, what are we at? 25,000. Either way, as soon as you turned on the taxi lights, you could hardly see anything. It was all reflecting back. It was nice though. Something different. And the weather that we've got coming up as well is also pretty rubbish. Now, so we're in the climb. It's not a long flight. I mean, you can see there, top of climb, top of descent. I'm going to start setting the box up. We have got on our flight plan 19 right, I think it's 19 right. Yeah, but I got a sneaky suspicion. Are they online? Well, ATC might not be online for us anymore. They were earlier on. Right, if they were online, I thought they might throw us onto 19 left, just because it was a it would have been slightly shorter. They're not, in which case we'll stick with the plan that is 19 right. They were using 19 right in real life earlier on anyway, so it makes sense to me. HD, I think we touched on this as well. So, could we get back in if we lost an engine? Was a takeoff alternative required? Yes, it was. It was Hamburg. But we could get back in because you can auto land with one engine. At least that's how I briefed it. Oh, any views on Twitch? My apologies. I've just realised my Twitch app for following the stream had just gone down. Sorry, guys. Not sure what's going on there. Were we over the maximum landing weight? Not even close. I think we've got about 90 people on this aircraft, so we are very, very light. Again, something that we touched upon. One of my finer briefings this HD, and you missed it. There's so much to talk about. Alright, 30,000 feet. What we got down there? Blackness. So, not very much at all. Glad I've got a cup of hot tea waiting for me.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Oh, I'm loving these questions. HD coming in with the other one. What distance does the takeoff alternative have to be? Is it within 500 miles? I swear these are captaincy type questions. I feel like we can see a lot more stars here than you can down south. Which might be true, there's a lot less light pollution, I guess. I still wish we had satellites and planets. Right, well, the I think the cabin crew have now started their service, so you can use your Easyjet points to grab various different things. The cloud bot is on. Go and get yourself a cup of tea. HD is 320 miles for the takeoff alternative. Is he really? That is easy to remember. Who came up with that one? Is that an Easyjet sub? Yeah, well, let's make it easy for our pilots to remember. What aircraft do we fly? Oh yeah, that's a good number. Is that Easyjet or Airbus that decided on that figure? Either way, I guess Airbus have made it easier, haven't they? Flight plan. What are we doing? Right, so the star that we have in the box is the Lunip 4 Mike. We're going on runway 19 right, which is the longer of the two, coming in via Titla. There we are. So 19 right. Get rid of that. Don't need this one. So Titla mandatory 200 knots. We need to be 5,000 feet as well at Titla. Let's check what that's like. 220. Okay, I'm going to pop in 5,000. Just because that does say on the chart mandatory, and that's fine. And then we'll intercept localizer at a duty. Where have you gone? There we are. How far out is a duty? That's a great name. Yeah, so if we just... As good as 200, that's okay. Oh, actually, these speeds look pretty respectable. I'm going to leave those. I'm not going to faff with those. Radnav page, Golf Romeo Mike. Get that in. What else we got? Any other nav aids? Not really. Nothing in the go around. Okay, that's fine. While I'm here, let's just get some information. So platform altitude 3,500. Oh, what's the weather doing? 1,000 feet to go. Where's my METAR? Come on. Oh, there we go. What we got? Visibility for runway 19 right is 550 meters. Hang on, that's Cat 1. HD, it's Cat 1 minimums in Oslo. Land manually, you dare me. I don't think we could have 2 crashes in 2 streams, do you? Screw that. Auto land. It is 550, yeah. Vertical visibility is 200. It's 0 degrees. Dew point is also 0. Fog QNH is 1014. Land manually. Go off, or words to that effect. ILS identifiers Golf Sierra Whiskey. Elevation is 676. And the missed approach, what is it? Runway track 2.5 miles ILS DME, right turn 223, climb 5,000 and vectors. Yeah, good stuff. Right, we'll be at top of climb now. There we go. Alt cruise. Job done. Cost index of 4. Welcome to your cruising altitude. We're going to be here for approximately 5 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we've been delighted to hear that we're now at our cruising altitude, and we hope to give you nice views throughout the flight as we have good weather ahead and shouldn't be experiencing any turbulence. Of course, this means that you will not spill any of your drinks that you may have from the cabin crew as they begin to start making their way around the aircraft. Could you please ensure that the aisles are kept clear so the cabin crew can offer you their cabin service, which will begin shortly. A reminder that Easyjet single pilot channel members are able to access free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the remainder of the flight.
Right, well, as we're doing an auto land, yeah, we'll go with Cat 3. Cat 3 with no decision altitude. Runway visual range is above 75 meters, so that's fine. Auto land it is. 1015. Temperature is 0 degrees. And the wind is probably nice and light. What was it? 200 at 5. There we go. Have we ever done an auto land with flaps 3? I don't think we have. I mean, just how long's the runway here? It's not going to be short, is it? Why is this taking so long to connect? Bit weird. Alright, I'll get that out of the way while it finds my my airport chart. Leanne, yeah, there's no wind. Come on, do it manually. The problem is I don't trust Microsoft Flight Simulator's weather. I mean, if we get down there and I can see everything and it's fine, then yeah, that's fine. That's fine. However, if we do decide that is indeed what we're going to do, then I've lost all my charts. My Navigraph stopped working. Was it working on here? I was just going to see what are the minimums for Cat 1. I seem to be struggling with connecting to stuff. Alright, let's just pin some charts in there so I've got access to them. Nine, right. Are these charts going to load? Dark Fury, thank you for your £1 donation saying manual landing. Oh. See, look at this. I'm not doing any landing at the moment. All my charts have bust. Is Navigraph working for anybody else? Has their servers just gone bang? Meant to be going down in 40 miles, and I've got no charts. We only need one light HD. Doesn't matter if it's a headlight. Everything's broke. My Navigraph app's not working. My EFB's not working. Let's see if I can get it on my phone. I just need some charts, please. No, it seems to be working on my phone. That's weird. That is weird. Right, well, if we're doing Cat 1, minimum's at 876. And Christian, how long is runway 19 right? Did you say? That's runway 01. I'm not landing on that one. Yeah, how strange! It's working on my phone. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to use my phone. 19 right is how long? Oh, it's miles. No displaced threshold, and it's 3,600 meters. All right. Okay, well, in that case then, nice flap 3 landing, I reckon. Okay, so we're going down in about 30 miles. Let's do the brief. All right, so then, the weather. Yeah, the weather could be fun. So, get this on screen. You can see we've got light winds, a runway visual range of just on Cat 1 minimums for runway 19 right. We do have fog, vertical visibility of 200 feet, temperature 0, QNH is 1014. No wind, and apparently we've been coerced into doing a manual landing. Of course, if things are absolutely rubbish, then we might have to think. Was that Copenhagen? Oh, come on, this is green. I can't even get the METAR now. Oh, there we go. Hang on, this is what it said. I just don't think this is updated. This was the METAR that I was reading just then, wasn't it? 19 right, 550. Yeah. Yeah, that METAR is exactly what we've just briefed. So, yeah, we can do Cat 1, hopefully. And that's really the biggest threat, the weather. Will it or won't it? ILS runway 19 right, Lunip for Mike departure. I'd love to show you how I would set this up for the arrival, but we've got Titler, and then from Titler we're going to be 5,000 feet at Titler, and slowly dropping down platform 3,500 feet, green dot, config 1, config 2 with the glide. We're going to do a flaps 3 landing, normal ILS 3 degree approach. Minimums then for Cat 1 is 876, runway visual range 550 meters. It is just in that. We're going to use auto brake low, and then we're going to vacate the taxiway on. Oh, I don't know if I can actually do this. Have I got a chart? Oh, it's working now. There we go. Oh, good. We're going to vacate most likely on, I would say, Alpha 5, Alpha 4, and then we'll throw it into the terminal somewhere so we can park up and have a good look around. That's about it. No, I would imagine there's not really much time if we park over here somewhere. There's not going to be much time for a single engine taxi, so don't need to worry too much about that as we vacate left. The go around is straightforward, 2.5 miles after runway on runway heading, right turn 223, 5,000 feet, and then we'll vector ourselves in. What else? What else? Minimums. Have I haven't updated those. Go on then, let's do it. 876. There we are. Done. Okay, we're briefed. Alright, let's start going down. So, descent 140 blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, you will be delighted to hear that we will shortly be starting our descent into our destination, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear, the cabin crew are able to make their way around the aircraft without any luggage in the aisles, that would be most appreciated. A reminder for our Easyjet pilot members that free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until the seatbelt signs are turned on. Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
I love HD's rhetorical questions. Have we done the brief? Is that it? What about failures? Approach for failures. We don't want failures. They are armed. So the approach ban, obviously. So what's that? The approach ban is 1,000 feet. So if we get a failure above 1,000 feet, we'll discontinue the approach and head off somewhere safe to go and troubleshoot what's gone wrong. Failure below 1,000 feet, do we continue or not? Well, I would say I would want to know and make the decision whether, obviously, if it's if we're approaching minimums and we can't see anything, we're going around anyway, aren't we? But if it's below 1,000 feet, what were the minimums? 876. That's not much to play. That's not much to play with, is it? So if we get a failure below 1,000 feet, if it's a minor failure, then I'd be inclined to continue. It's not like we've got heavy winds or anything like that, but it's a failure below a... Oh, there you go, sorry. Failure below 1,000 feet mandatory unless it's an unmonitored system. Yeah, that's the phrase that I didn't get in there, wasn't it? Unmonitored system. I was going to say, I think, what did I call it? I called it a minor failure, didn't I? As opposed to unmonitored system. But yeah, that's essentially what I meant would continue down. I'm now trying to assess the weather that's coming up. I can see plenty of breaks in the cloud, which is good, but we've still got a few miles to go. Failure above 1,000 feet, we can continue if you can complete the ECAM, insert the new minimums, and RVR is still legal. Where we're landing? 19. Right. Just for a bit of SA and to help me with my descent. What if runway visual range dropped below the minimums required after 1,000 feet? Would you go around or continue? You can continue. Yeah, you can continue. Because then what happens if you go around and then RVR has dropped, your aircraft busted so you can't auto land? Well then, you're stuck. You have to go somewhere else. Just going to wind that speed up. I'm trundling along at 240 knots. Wonder if we'll be able to see the airport. That's going to be quite nice actually, as we fly sort of like downwind. If we can see the airport, that gives us a good good idea of what's happening down there. HD only if it drops below 1,000 feet. We're we're buggered, and then we have to break off the approach. Right, well, we're nicely on profile, so... Christopher, you purchased this flight with the miles and you got upgraded to the fighter. Excellent, Christopher. I'll sit in the right-hand seat. But HD, yeah, technically we are capable of Cat 3 dual at the moment, so the chances of the RVR dropping below 75 is slim. It is indeed. What was it, 550? Oh yeah, it was 550, wasn't it? It was currently Cat 1. Christopher, you'd push a button and we'd be inverted. Flipping heck, which button would that be? I guess technically, because the winds are that light, we could have made the approach and got on runway 01 right, but I don't think that's the one they're using in real life. So we'll stick to realism if we can. At least we haven't got anything like snow written in the forecast, so that's good. Auto land on a contaminated runway. Don't think that's allowed. Hey, Top It Briggs, good to see you. Right, not heard any other ATC, but we've just passed Didax now, haven't we? So we'll just make a call, let people know for the area. Oslo traffic Alpine 34 Alpha Mike has just passed Didax, which is to the southeast, and we are flying the Lunip 4 Mike, arrival at runway 19 right, currently flight level 200. Hey Paul Baker, is it possible using PAX... sorry, I'm so sorry, I don't use PAX, so I'm unable to help you with that, I'm afraid. I don't know if anybody else in the chat can help you out. See over here, the weather doesn't look that bad at all, does it? You can see the ground. So the airport's over here somewhere. It does look a bit foggier over there, I guess, but we'll wait and see. That's Dark Fury then, he's behind us, he's just past it, so spacing's looking good. I should probably mention Dark as well, we're speed 270, but I know you're watching the stream so I can get it from that. Don't know why my PC in the toolbar at the bottom insists on telling me the latest stock news information, but for anyone that's interested, Tesla's finished up at plus 2.38%, whatever that means. I don't do the stock market. Right, 16,000 feet, let's get the seatbelts on. And we're going to continue down to that mandatory altitude now, 5,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seat and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened.
Okay, descent and Alt 9000 magenta. QNH set 1014. Let's do the approach checklist. So the Bauer Airfed we've just said QNH 1014. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums are 876. Auto brake low. EFB is stowed. Keep looking out that window, see if I can see an airport. Hey Kokazu, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Chris says his stock portfolio is currently doing what my altimeter is doing. Same as HD's pension. Yeah, yours and everyone else's. Right, we're almost to beam the airport. I can't see it. Damn. Oh look, it's actually just got a bit better. It's now 650. Well, this could be a potentially exciting stream again. Like I said though on the last stream where we did smash it in at Vega, I can't do that in the Orange Jet. If I'm not happy this thing's going around and we're having a go again. The only problem with that is I normally tell the wife, oh yeah, I'll be done by such and such a time, then I'll rock out half an hour later, say, sorry, had to go around, the weather was rubbish. Twitch, of course, the usual call of, it's a simulator, just clear the weather, kind of comes in. I can't do that, that's not realistic. Kokozu, yeah, that's the one we're flying to, yeah, Orbx. HC says he loves how I don't care when it's not my aircraft. Absolutely, yeah. He was Dark Furies. Right, I don't see no airport, I don't see no lights, so that could be interesting. Okay, well we're on ATCs, so high speed approved. Let's pull 250, activate the approach phase, and that's done. Past 10,000 feet, we've got the lights on as well. Right, so that's 9,000 feet. We've got constraints actually on this approach, haven't we? Let's have a look. If my navigraph decides to show me. Yeah. Ah, it's just not working. Alright. Stupid app. Not quite sure what's up with it today.
Furthermore, traffic scanning to approaching runway 19.
Oh, even my Navigraph app on the phone's not working. I think our Navigraph's doing something to its servers. It can't just be me. It's not worked on the phone. It's not working on the app. It's not working on the tablet. It's definitely something not right. HD should stream after a few wines. That'd be interesting. Well, it's not going to contain any more swear words, is it? I was looking at the chart up, it shows that we have to be like 9,000 feet all the way through this. DC, your Navigraph is working at the moment. Oh dear. I just don't. It can't be me. I mean, it can't be the internet or anything daft like that. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't still be here. I can't even open the app. Oh, there we go. Right. It's working again now. How bizarre. Yeah, so look, there you go. Mandatory 9,000 feet, and you're holding 9,000 feet. And the idea, of course, is ATC just pick you off one of these. So we can just go direct to Titler, actually, couldn't we? Just be aware, though, if we do that, we obviously lose... we'll lose some space. That's fine, though. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. We'll go direct to Titler. We're fine. We've got enough room. So if we now go direct Titler, insert that. Down we go. So direct Titler, descent 9,000 blue. Sorry, 5,000 blue. 5,000 blue. There we are. Now, what we got? We've got a couple of aircraft ahead of us. Descending. Oslo traffic Alpine 34 Alpha Mike is currently 18 miles east of Titler, direct Titler, and at 8,600 feet. There's other aircraft. Let's slow down. We'll let him get in front of us. So there's a speed restriction at Titler area 220 knots. Let's reduce that now. fact, let's go green dot. Give me a bit of space.
Bravo 4, taxi Tango, Papa,
Just watching this aircraft here. We're going to have to file in behind him, I think, because technically, obviously, he's in front of us. How far in front? See, he's about 8 miles in front of us, which would work, particularly as we've now gone green dot early. If we start to get too close, then we'll just reduce speed even more. We've got plenty more speed to play with. The danger, of course, is, he can't. He can't see me. I can see him, obviously, because he's in front. Oslo traffic, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, currently 8 miles inbound Titla from the east, speed 200 knots. Keep it plain, keep it simple, so...
Going to binary traffic, Scandinavian 231,
he knows where we are.
We're 17 nautical miles from Titla, off direct from the east, and we're going to reduce speed to 180 knots to main separation.
So that's dark behind us, so he's going to slow down even more. What do we reckon now? He's probably about 6 miles in front. That's still enough space.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
A little bit of a wind gust there. You heard the engine spooling around for that.
Government traffic, Scandinavian 73, 4.5 miles from Odile, 210 knots.
I think that was the aircraft in front of us. He said he was doing 210. Dark Fury behind us is reducing to, did he say 180? Let's just go 190, of course. Then to do that, let's start configuring, which we're going to do anyway. So flaps 1, speeds checked, flaps 1. In fact, I will go 180, just because it's starting to get a bit close. And we're going to work our way down now towards the platform altitude, which is 3,500. So we'll set 3,500. So we've got, still in descent mode, alt is still 5,000. There we go, glide slopes with us as well. And as we pass Titla, that'll go blue. Should get 3,500 blue at the bottom. Oh, we've got 4,000. That's fair enough. There's a constraint ahead of us. That's fine. Can't see that. Haven't got any chance. Stupid things. To be fair, though, let's keep an eye on that. I could throw it into VS just to hold the glide slope, but it's doing a pretty decent job as it is. I think we're going to be okay. I'm happy to leave that as it is. 14 miles out. We're descending nice and shallowly anyway. Descent mode doing its job. Can't see no airport. Alright, let's on the approach then. So, glide slope, lock blue, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. Miles out. Oslo traffic Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, establishing now runway 190 at 12 miles and reducing speed 160 knots. Alright, flaps 2, speed check, flaps 2.
Scan the Anthony 3, going to minimum approach speed.
Right, in that case, I think that's the aircraft in front. If he's going minimum approach speed, we're going to have to do the same thing because there's only about 5 miles and I don't want to catch him up. So, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, now establishing runway 18 right, that's correction, 19 right, and reducing minimum approach speed. Currently showing 11 mile final. Okay, flaps 3, speeds checked. Alt glide slope blue, we've got lock start. 5 miles between me and the guy in front.
2,500.
Radio altimeter's alive. Glide star missed approach is 5,000. So let me just check what we got. VAPS 134. So the landing checklist, cabin is secured, go around altitudes 5,000 feet. Incremental landing in no blue. Landing no blue?
Aircraft in front
Not yet.
port vacated.
Lip service.
Fifth Scandinavian 4434, easy 34 Alpha Mike, just wanted to have a massive fan, got you stream up right now.
Hopefully we have a good landing for you. Okay. 6 mile final. Let's get all our lights on. Are we going to be able to see? Run the checklist again, so... Oh lord, can't see a thing now. Cabin secured, go around altitudes 5,000 feet.
By traffic,
Decabin landing no blue.
that was published on the localizer at 12 miles.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike has established runway 19 right. We have 5 miles to run. Whose idea was to go manual?
Paramount traffic, Scandinavian 73, Vicky, runway 19 right, have a nice landing.
Excellent, so we're now, right, we've got the runway clear. All we need to do is see a light, or two. Yeah, I was just thinking we might have to turn those lights off so I can see a little easier. Thousand feet. Come on, where's the bloody ground? If we need to go around, I'll call Toga, and then we'll have to go around flaps, pitch up, check those FMAs, get ourselves up, and thrust reduction will be about 1700 feet. 2.5 miles out, right turn, but we'll do it in nav.
500.
We're stable. Just can't see anything. Minimum's coming up. About 130 feet to go.
Hundred above.
Lights.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
And spoilers deployed. First green, decel. Manual brakes. Let's get off. No idea where we're getting off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However,
runway
we ask
19
that
right
you
vacated.
remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off.
Nice to see you make it.
Portable electronic devices
For a change, cheeky
calls,
sod.
or internet access may now be.
Paramount traffic, Scandinavian 231, you're at 4 mile final for the 19 right.
With you. Checking in
Right,
the
where
seat
are we?
pocket, underneath the seat,
Hotel.
and in the overhead lockers.
Oh, I see where we are.
Do take care when opening the
Okay.
lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking
It's around here, right on
behalf of the captain and
to
crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today.
Echo.
Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions,
Lights
flight
are already
and
off. Get the
destination
strobes
information,
off.
Check out our official Facebook
Put on the
page,
lights so I can actually see what I'm
Twitter,
doing.
or
Start the
EasyJet.
APU. Okay, next right, which takes us on to Echo, I think. Once we've taxied in, I'm going to come off VATSIM, we'll clear the weather. Actually, I might stay on VATSIM, see what's happening. But we'll clear the weather, and then we'll have a look at this new scenery. This is scheduled for release in a couple of days, I believe. Might be the 18th. So I'm just going to take the first available parking stand. So what's that? Stand 12 over there. I'll take this one coming up here on the right. That's stand 14. Not sure where Easyjet used to park when they came here. They don't come here anymore. Now I've never been here before, so this is new scenery. I've not got any GSX profiles set up or anything like that, but looks like we've got visual docking guidance working. That's quite nice. No GSX required. Beautiful. And parking brakes on. HD, I can't read that out. Not while keeping a straight face. Let's turn that off. What we got? It's not even been 3 minutes yet. Told you it wouldn't be a single engine taxiing. Get another couple of seconds, then we'll get it off. Right, I will clear the weather and then we'll have a look at this amazing scenery. So let's go. Parking brake is parking brake's on. Let's shut those engines down now. Just paranoia check. APU is running. APU bleed on. 1, 2. There we go. Shutting down both of those. That's done. That's done. Let's turn those off. We'll do this properly before we go and have a look around, shall we? So that's done. That's done. They should. Seatbelt signs can come off now. I've already got the return flight scheduled and time to do for going back to Copenhagen. Right, there we go. Shall we have a look at this? Shall we have a look at this airport then, guys? Check this. Check this out. See what it's like. So we'll leave VATSIM on, but we'll definitely go and have a look. See if it's any good. Zden, mate, thank you so much for your $5 New Zealand dollars. I appreciate that, Mr. Denton, and of course, as always, for your channel membership as well. So let's clear the live weather. We'll I've got the beacon lights on as well. Yeah,
Gardermoen traffic, god kveld. Scandinavian 832 shutting down. Ha en fortsatt fin kveld.
I will come off the VATSIM com frequency though. Alright then, let's head outside, drone camera, and see what this looks like. So quick overview of the airfield then. Now we are used to seeing this because remember, there is amazing freeware scenery, which I'm sure many of you have all seen anyway. So this is going to have to be something really, really good to kind of, I don't know, compete with that. So the overall layout of the airport, that's nothing too new. The ground markings are all done as you would expect. Very, very nice. Everything's there. Yeah, it definitely looks a lot better in this weather. Now I think there is... Oh, I just missed it. There's a train line that runs in, complete with trains as well. See it in the bottom just here? In fact, can you see... Oh, it obviously goes underneath the ground, doesn't it? Just wondering... I want to catch a train. So HT, in a moment, I'll go to the eastern side of the departure hall, top floor. I'll take us through and walk through the departure hall. So just check this out. I'm sure there's meant to be moving trains. Those trees look a little bit close, don't they? I'm just going to sit here and train spot for a minute. See if it works. Oh, there you go. There are trains. Excellent. Right, let's go through. We'll go through here at the departure hall. And where do you say? The eastern side, HD. So which way is that? That's over there, isn't it? Well, I would say that this looks pretty darn realistic, doesn't it? The fact that they've got all the correct signage up is that's something else. Have we got detailed departure boards? You know, they're not bad, alright. Obviously the quality isn't 100% readable, but doesn't really matter. You're not in it for that, are you? Okay, so which way did you say, HD? You say we're going to the left, aren't we, for the east? Not seen any moving passengers yet, and I know it's just eye candy, but I do like moving passengers. This is again something that Brussels does so well. HD is becoming nostalgic now because he needs this scenery. I'm assuming, could you even go down? Oh, I was going to say that would have been something special if you could actually go down underground. That would be the train station, presumably. Right, let's have a look where we're going. I'm just getting distracted now. How far down does this go? Well, there is more levels down here. I will find that where you want us to go, HD. I'm just... Oh yeah, look, you can literally go through down at the bottom. Let's go back in through the building. Right, here we go. Was that advertising after 8 minutes? Oh, look at that. Nothing like a bit of advertising. Oh, hang on. It is. It's a digital board. It changes. That's ridiculous. That really is ridiculous. So HD, did you want me to go through? I'll come back to it. But did you want me to almost go directly through that sign to find it? I love it. Digital advertising boards. How very realistic. I think they need more than 2 adverts on it. Maybe they'll add some more. But yeah, I'll go back. I'll go back through that in a minute. There's passport control. And oh no, I pressed the wrong blooming button on the drone. Oh, hang on. I'll find it again. Zip through. Where was I? We just got to passport control, hadn't we? There you go. That's where we were. Right. Okay, that looks interesting. Okay, let me spin back around. I'm going to go through that departure board and through customs, so we've obviously got the gates there. I love how the sun shines through the glass as well. Right, so we're going somewhere through here then, aren't we? Yeah. Where's that sign? Yeah, let's go through here then, see what's... Have we got anything in here? Ah, right, okay, what's this? Front of the building where the cars are. There. Oh, actually, that's... Yeah, HD can give us directions from here where he wants to go. But this is quite detailed. I'll go to the control tower as well in a moment. The car models are quite detailed as well, actually. Right, let's go through... Oh, there you go. Willkommen til Oslo. Right, let's go back inside. Right, what are... what is HD looking for? Love the fact that you've got 3 recycle bins as well. In the right corner behind us. Let's have a look. That's a strange statue. Oh, is it not there, HD? Maybe they decided they needed to remove it. Either way, what do we think, guys? How would you rate this scenery? Would it make you buy it? Because there's so many. There's quite a few Oslo sceneries. There's a free one. There's this one which is upcoming. There is there's another one from Just Sim, which I know a lot of people have already got. I'm going to nip up and just have a look at the control tower. Have they got all the different airline check-in desks? SAS. Oh, it actually tells you where they're going as well. That's neat. Norwegian. More Norwegian. Flyer. HD, maybe you could put in a request to Orbx to have that to have that put in. Oh wow! Look at the control tower. I like this. So VATS. Oh, can you imagine doing a VATSIM controller session from this? Oh, that would be amazing. That actually would be amazing. I love how they've modelled the staircase as well. How far down can you go? Can you actually go the whole way down? Oh, I know there's a door there. They've not modelled everything. I didn't think they would do. That would be a waste of CPU resources. There you go, look. A little bit of live air traffic control. Oh, do you know what? With live traffic as well turned on, we could just pop this in and and pretend you're in the real life control tower. Flight radar 24 on in the bottom right hand corner. Ah, so awesome, that isn't it? Yeah, next level VATSIM. See you, Denton. Next level VATSIM. It's great. This was the Scandinavian pushing back. Yeah, really, really nice and neat. I love it. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this preview stream. This will be available, I'm sure, I may be wrong, but I think the 18th this comes out, obviously available from Orbx. So I'm going to leave you with this fantastic view of the airport. You can see it all parked down there as well. Dark Fury came in. I'm going to leave this view and not put the live weather back on because it's it's far better. Right, guys, thank you so much. Huge thanks to everyone who's contributed to the channel as well during our stream today. As always, Easyjet SimPilot channel members, huge thank you as well. I'm not entirely sure when the next stream will be. It is the school holidays this week, so it is quite a bit of a faff. Children getting in the way, sadly. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for being here. Really hope you've enjoyed the stream. Please do leave a like on the way out, and I look forward to seeing you all again on the next stream whenever that may be, guys. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great Wednesday. Bye bye, everybody.